Hi guys, welcome back to Nebula Fox Toy Reviews. It's another edition to Jurassic July and we are looking at some new Imaginext figures. Yes, for the new Jurassic World Rebirth movie, Imaginext has come up with some new figures as well. So, we're taking a look at the medium-sized, small to medium, sized T-Rex and the Dimorphodon as well. This is the one I was mostly looking forward to because, Imaginext haven't done a Dimorphodon yet. This is their first one and they've done a few T-Rexes. So, yes, very excited to look at these, especially the Dimorphodon. So let's head on over to the review table and get these guys out of their packaging. Okay, here we are. Here are the figures, and I am going to jump straight into the Dimorphodon, because that's the one I've been looking forward to the most. So, here is the little Dimorphodon in the packaging. So, we've got the Jurassic World Rebirth logo right at the front. Why are you not wanting to focus, camera? Normally you're good at focusing. There we go. And we've got Dimorphodon over here, ages 3+, I'm the plus. And we've got the T-Rex over here. On this side, Rebirth. On that side, nothing. And on the back of the packaging, we've got a rundown of what it does. Sorry, I thought there was someone at the door. So we've got a rundown of what it does, and then the other two in the set. So we've got the T-Rex to look at here. And we've got the Aquilops as well. I did not find this, but if I ever do find it, I will grab it, especially if it's in like the same size range as these. I'll grab it and do a separate review for it. So, let's grab it out of the packaging. Now, I am sort of expecting that guy that's knocking at the neighbour's door to knock at mine in a minute. Hold on. Okay, maybe not. So, right, here is the Dimorphodon. Let me just get the legs positioned correctly. So here it is standing up. So this is good. They've made, Imaginext have made a pterosaur that can stand, sort of like the main line have done with the Quetzal. And getting up close, there's a little bit of paint on it. The yellowy greeny colour is painted, but apart from that, it's all moulded in the colours. So all of this light blue is moulded, and all of the dark blue is moulded. So there's not much paint to chip on these, which is good. So we've got the nice follow me eyes that the Imaginext Jurassic World figures are known for. They do the glass eye thing a lot better on the Imaginext figures than they do the Hammond collection, which is saying something. No jaw articulation, but it does have a nice toothy grin. No paint on the teeth, so nothing to chip. Then we've got the wings. You've got the screw holes here, but these are little kids' toys. And then it goes down into the tail. Oh, just realised that bit is going to be paint as well. So the tail is made of a rubbery material. And also the tips of the wings are also made of the same rubbery material. For articulation, the tips of the wings can fold down, so that's more for the gimmick, really. So you can have them stood up. And the legs can also rotate back and forth. Nothing on the tail apart from the rubbery part. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spread the wings out. And then the action gimmick is if you press this button, the wings flap. They kind of flap in the wrong direction. So they flap to the midpoint. So they flap to the midpoint, so they're out perfectly straight, and then they flap back down. Normally you'd expect the wings to start like up and then flap down. But oh well. This still kind of works. Then obviously you can move the legs back so that's like in a more of a flying pose. But it works. I like it. And then with these bits being a bit more rubbery, they will have a bit of extra fling when you do it. So that's pretty good. I like that Dimorphodon. I pretty much wanted this. I mean, the flapping still works when you got the wings up. But yeah, when this guy was announced, I was like, I need it. Because I think this is the first time Imaginext... No. I think this is the second time Imaginext have done, like, a bigger pterosaur figure. They did the... I think they did a bigger Dominion Quetzal that was about the same size as this, maybe a bit bigger. And then most of the others, they've just been, like, small Pteranodons. So to have a decent-sized Dimorphodon is pretty cool. Moving on to the T-Rex. The packaging is exactly the same. Except obviously here, the back of it's different, but don't need to go over the packaging again. Where is the... There we go. So the T-Rex does once again have rubbery parts like the Dimorphodon did, but it's not as obvious when you look at it. So the rubbery parts on the T-Rex is the very top of the head. And so if you look close enough, you can sort of see this seam, and it's an ever so slightly different shade of green on the camera. So this part's like the snout and the lower jaw, that's your solid plastic, and then the actual bit that goes around the eyes and goes down the back of the head, that is the rubber material. But it's still all solid. The arms are definitely, the arms are solid. The arms are solid. But it's still pretty cool. So this guy, the teeth are painted on him in the lower jaw as well, and the inside of the mouth is done in that nice shiny pink material. So this is a separate molded piece, so there's going to be no paint chipping. The paint might chip on the teeth because they are painted, and the brown markings on the back are also painted. But apart from that, the green is the solid molded colour, and the cream colour is solid molded colour as well. Once again, like every Imaginext figure, it has the Follow Me eyes, which, as I said with Dimorphodon, are way better on the Imaginext figures than the Hammond Collection ones. It's mainly just because the eyes on the Imaginext ones are bigger, so you can get more of an effect. And for articulation, as you've seen, the arms can move, and the legs can also move. There's nothing in the tail is all just one solid piece. And then the gimmick, or the action feature, is if you press the button, the mouth opens and the head moves. The head moves like the small, teensiest amount. But pretty cool. I mean, who doesn't want a T-Rex with an opening mouth? So yeah. That's pretty much that. I can't really say anything else about these guys. They're, because they're Imaginext. They are really cool figures, though. I'm glad, all those years ago, that I decided to start collecting the Imaginext Jurassic World figures, because, I don't know, if I wasn't, I would be missing out. Yeah, I'd be missing out on some cool little figures if I decided to not collect them. But anyway, that's all I can really say about these guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye! Alright, so it has actually been 2 weeks since I filmed that part of the review where I looked at the T-Rex and the Dimorphodon. And I found the Aquilops. So I thought I would throw this on the end of the video. So this bit will only be quick because there's only one, but the packaging is exactly the same. Yeah, there you go. There's the rest of them in the set. So I thought, obviously, if the Dimorphodon and the T-Rex part of the video had gone live before I'd found this, then it would be its own video. But since that part hasn't actually gone live yet, I thought I would film this and just add it onto the end. So here is the Aquilops, and it is adorable. There's no movement in the mouth, so the beak is always going to be open, just that little tiny bit. But I don't mind because it's really cute. For articulation, you've got yellow front legs that can go back and forth, and same as the back legs, there's nothing in the tail. It's got the follow me eyes, which is nice. They don't seem to work as well as the T-Rex and the Dimorphodon, mainly just because the pupil, the eye is so big. Like, it works better when they're the slit pupils, I believe. But it still works. And then for the action feature, when you press the button, the spikes on the back grow, the head moves, and also the horn on the nose grows as well. So that's pretty much it. It is very cute though. I have now seen the film. I have now seen Jurassic World Rebirth. I hadn't seen it. Postman. I hadn't seen it when once I'd reviewed these ones. I hadn't seen it then, but I have now since seen it, and I really liked it. I wouldn't say it's my favourite Jurassic film, but it was a good one. It was definitely a good one. I loved the Mutodons, and I hope that we get some figures of them, because, you know, at the moment we don't. But anyway, there you go. There's the full set of them, and now I need to take an updated thumbnail photo. So, once again, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!